Farmer Tom is dead, they say, which surely alters all the facts. For instance, Tuck finds out a way to end a hated tax.
Sir Charles of Bixby Manor.
And a bad lot he is, too. Shall we invite him to dinner, Little John?
Now, let him go. From the tales I've heard of that brat of his, Sir Charles has punished enough for his sins.
What's the matter?
You scared him. You scared Pitikin. He's up the tree now. He'll never come down.
He'll come down. You're crying about nothing. He'll come down if we go away the moment he's got over his fright.
I want him down now. I want you to get him down this minute.
Simon, stop it. Simon, if you'll control yourself, I'll have him brought down at once.
Do you mean that, Father?
I said so. It's simply a case of somebody climbing up the tree and,
Risk a broken neck for a cat?
devoted liegeman you are.
Ah, one of the serfs.
Oh, well. Go on, you. Up there. Fetch him down. Two of you, hoist him up. Come on, come on. Trust your father. I'll soon get him down for you. I ought to go and join the family at the deathbed.
Better wait till it's all over. Besides, you have to select the animal that'll be due to you.
Ah, yes, the Harriet tax. The one consolation I have when I lose a serf. The share of his possessions that comes to me on his death. Something to remember him by. Ah, good day, Friar. I'm glad they found somebody in time. Will you be able to stay for the funeral?
I'll talk to you later. My first duty is in here.
Of course, of course. Lamentable affair. Rude-spoken fellow. Shall we go and have a look at the animals?
No need to, Sir Charles. The choice is between the ox and the cow. You certainly don't need the pig.
We'll let the widow keep that. We'll take the one we like best, and the second choice can go for the mortuary tax. Oh, what news of poor Tom? Is he gone?
I'm afraid so. The friar couldn't find any sign of life.
I'll go in and express my condolences to the widow.
Yes. But at the same time, decide on the rest of the Harriet tax she owes you. The best of the movable chattels in the house. Probably the bed in this case.
And anything made of gold or silver, brass or copper?
If I may speak, my lord.
Of course.
Tom's widow will have a hard time of it with a child to raise.
I know. And I'm going to let her stay in this cottage. Provided, of course, that she does Tom's share of the work on my land. By rights, you know, I could take back everything.
Properly speaking, a serf owns nothing except his stomach. But we enjoy generous customs in this manner.
Welcome, my lord. If you care to sit.
No fuss. No fuss. Just carry on as if I wasn't here. We won't stand on ceremony. Now. It's brass, isn't it?
Yeah. Look over there, Sir Charles.
You're alive.
Easy, Tom. You're sorely hurt.
What's this? What's this? I thought he'd killed himself.
We were just going to take your ox, Tom. The Harriet tax.
You can't do that. We have to have the ox. My family will need it.
Don't, Tom. Don't try to talk.
Can I see you alone, Father? I'd like to make my peace.
That's what I'm here for, my son.
Keep me informed, Friar. When the Lord decides to take him, there will be practical details to see to.
He can't have my ox. They'll eat everything I've got.
Be calm, my son. There's little you can do about it.
Tom! Father, he's gone.
Where would he go?
I don't know. Oh, he must be off his head. If he wanders in the forest, we'll never find him.
I have friends in the forest who will find him. Don't worry. We'll bring him back to you.
That's our man. Tom.
Go away. Leave me alone.
Oh, no. We've come to take you home.
I don't want to go home. I came to die here, where they can't find my body. So Sir Charles can't collect his tax.
What makes you so sure you're going to die? You don't look like it to me.
Are you Robin Hood?
No, Robin's away. They call me Little John. 'Cause I'm so big. Over here! We found her! So you're not as ill as you thought.
What made you so sure you were going to die?
Well, I felt so weak when I came to. And Sir Charles wouldn't be claiming his Harriet unless I was dying.
You couldn't feel his heart beating? I thought he was gone when I first looked at him.
Well, I'd say all he needs now is some care and a couple of days' rest.
It sounds as if we don't have to dig that grave after all.
But if I'm going to get well, Sir Charles can't claim his Harriet. My wife, I must tell her right away.
You're going to stay where you are till I say you can move.
I'll go to the village straight away, Tom, and tell Donia that you're alive and say that you'll be back in a few days.
Thank you, Friar. And if you possibly can, would you also tell Sir Charles I'm alive? I'd like to see his face when he hears he isn't going to get my ox.
Where's Tom? You can't have buried him already.
He's disappeared. I fell asleep during the night and he just went out on his own.
Went out? Walked?
Oh, Sir Charles, where can he have gone? and him so ill you'd hardly think he could stand up.
Can't imagine. I've never heard of such a thing. Unless... Woman. Did you plan this with him?
Plan it? Do you think I'd let him go out and him so weak in his condition?
Make way there. Out of the way, we're taking that bed.
And you there, empty that pot. It goes to the castle.
Where's the corpse?
The corpse has removed itself. Good. Or has been removed by someone, deliberately, to cheat me of my Harriet.
That's what it was. I thought he was off his head, but he had a reason.
You admit it. She admits it. You admit it's a foul trick to defraud me.
Well, but Tom would have thought of me and the child at a time like that.
Your husband has been guilty of a criminal act, and I don't propose to let him escape the consequences. What are they all doing here?
I know, they gather like dogs to find out what's going on.
We're going to set a precedent on this for all time.
Well, get out of here. Come on, get on with you.
For the benefit of those of you who don't know it already, Tom Joyner ran away last night to die somewhere where we wouldn't find his body. He did it to escape paying his death duty to his lord. Bailiff, what's the custom of the manor, anything like that?
It's true that a corpus delicti is the only prima facie evidence of demise. I mean, unless there's a body, you've got to have strong evidence of death.
We have the evidence. Some of you saw him fall out of that tree. Besides, what other reason could he have for going off into the forest?
If I might suggest, Sir Charles, by common law, he can be declared legally dead by a coroner's jury.
Can he? Good. I appoint you coroner. And you, you're a juryman. And you...
Excuse me, my lord. Doesn't it have to be after a certain number of years?
I'm not going to wait about for years. You're a juryman. When it's as plain as the nose on your face, what's happened? And you. And my good William. And you too. And you. And young Peter.
There has to be 12, my lord, all voting the same way.
They'll vote the same way. Call them to order.
Here, now, Sir Charles. Certainly. Gentlemen, to me. And the rest of you about your business.
Sir Charles, I am not disputing your right as Lord of the Manor to take Harriet from a man's heirs when he dies. What I do question is
What I question is your impudence in pestering me after my bailiff has clearly told you to go about your business. I advise you to go immediately. Come on, there, what are you doing? Haven't you reached a verdict yet?
Yes, my lord, we have. Any opposed? We unanimously declare Tom Joyner legally dead.
Excellent.
I have great news about poor Tom.
Tom's dead.
But he's not. That's the point.
Legally, he's dead. It's just been declared so.
Legally.
Everybody seems to have gone to the alehouse.
Yes. Didn't you know they're holding a wake?
A wake? Who's dead?
You are. The only people who know the truth in the village are your wife and the village reeve.
I didn't know you could have a wake without a body.
You can't take Harriet tax without a body. Sir Charles has reversed all the rules in your case. Come with me.
What can we say of poor Tom Joyner? That he lived out his life in that station to which he was born, and that he died the finest death a bondsman can die, doing boon day work for his lord.
Tom!
What is the meaning of this?
It means, Sir Charles, that a merciful God has spared one of his humble creatures to live out his full life on this earth. Tom's fall stunned him, but did not injure him seriously.
That's right, Sir Charles. I'm as fit as ever I was. And I want my Harriet back. The ox and all the rest.
But the Harriet has already been delivered, Tom. Your animal is in Sir Charles's ox shed.
I know, and I want it back.
Impossible. Legally, you're dead.
So you are. Declared so by a legally constituted jury of your peers.
But I'm alive. You can see that.
The evidence of your eyes has to take precedence.
Why, I'm not so sure. After all, tampering with a jury verdict? What's your opinion?
I think it would be a most dangerous precedent. If the determination of a jury, the highest law of this manor, were to be capriciously set aside, if yesterday's decision were to be reversed in the light of tomorrow's circumstances, why, it's unthinkable. In my opinion, the man is dead.
Shall we go, my lord?
One moment.
I have nothing more to say.
It is possible that you may have overlooked one point. Naturally, I'm not questioning your decision.
Well, in that case...
Tom is dead. You have said so, and no one will doubt that this is so. However, it is equally obvious that here beside me there stands an illusion of that same Tom. An illusion that walks and breathes and has an undetermined number of years of life ahead of it.
Yes, I don't deny that. Do I?
I think we can listen to what the friar has to say.
Thank you. What happens when when this illusion passes on and shrivels into dust? Can you levy Harriet tax on a man who's already been dead these many years?
Well,
There can be no question of a second death. That is unthinkable.
He'll never have anything as valuable again as that ox.
I'm certainly not going to sacrifice what I've got from him now for some nebulous gain in the future. He might even outlive me.
Exactly. I think you should concede the point.
There is merit in what you say, Friar. I shall not claim Harriet again from Tom Joyner.
Thank you, my lord. One moment, Sir Charles. I think you will agree that it would be only fair to put such a promise in writing.
Writing?
So that it would be binding upon your heirs.
Oh, well, that's reasonable enough. When we get back to the castle, I'll have my bailiff draw something up.
Sir Charles, it so happens that I have a quit claim already written out, ready for your signature. Pen and ink, Tom.
What? How did you...
Are you trying to say that you knew in advance that Sir Charles would decline to return the Harriet?
I didn't even know it myself till you and Tom first came in here.
The detachment from the mundane world that the cloth provides gives one special opportunities to study human nature. I've made a row of little dots to indicate the proper place for your signature.
There. Now, I trust I've done everything you could ask to show that I am a fair-minded man.
Oh, yes, my lord. I have nothing more to request of you. Guard it carefully, Tom. That can make you the most important man in the village.
I don't understand you, Father. You sound as if Tom has won a great victory, when the truth is he's been robbed of half what he owns. How's he going to get along without his ox?
Well, for one thing, you can sell him yours.
Sell him mine? Even if I could spare it, what could he pay me?
Well, you wouldn't ask all that much for it. Possibly a farthing or two.
For an ox?
Tom is in a different situation from the rest of you. His family don't have to pay Harriet tax when he dies. Wouldn't it be a blessing for everyone in the manor if they were free from Harriet?
There couldn't be a greater blessing. It's one of the worst things we have to face, knowing that we can't leave our most important possessions to our families at the very time when they need them most.
Exactly. And I say to you all that the only way to keep your possessions is to sell them to Tom.
I don't trust that friar. He's too clever.
Yes, and too interested in other people's welfare. That's a really dangerous thing, you know.
I'll see if I can find out what he's up to.
There we we are. We, the undersigned bondsmen of Bixby Manor, for value received in the amount of 1 penny to each of us, do hereby sell and transfer title in all our livestock and movable chattels to our friend and neighbor, Thomas Joyner. Now, if each of you will give me his name and make your mark.
And then Tom lends our belongings back to us for the rest of our lives.
Exactly. And if any of you should die, he lends them to your families. And no heavier tax is paid because none of you owns anything. It's foolproof, provided you trust Tom.
I trust him.
And me.
I'll sign. Nicholas Louis.
There. Then Tom will take this deed and the quitclaim to the Abbot of Whitby. There they will be copied and recorded, and if in the future Sir Charles won't recognize them, then he'll have the whole power of the church against him. I think you better start for the Abbey as soon as possible, Tom. And I'll see if I can arrange protection for your journey.
I don't see how I can stop him. Short of killing him. Legally speaking, I haven't the power of life and death over my serfs. Almost anything else, yes.
Life and death. Tom's dead already, legally speaking. And nobody's going to trouble you for killing a dead man, now are they?
That's a very nice piece of reasoning. Very nice indeed.
It looks so clear from here to the top of the hill.
Everything's clear behind. We'll cut through the wood and meet you at the other side of the hill.
Don't worry about hitting the friar by mistake. It'd be a good idea if you did.
Tom! Little John, Derwent!
What is it, Father?
Too close for me.
I think I winged one of them. The other seemed to have lost interest.
Well done, lads. Come on, Tom.
That's the death knell, isn't it?
Yes, my lord.
You know who's died?
No, my lord.
Must be old Ned. Poor old chap. He's been at death's door for weeks now. However, I suppose I'd better go and collect what's mine. That's brass, isn't it?
Yes, my lord.
Good. I'll have that. Go round to the back and see what animals he had.
Yes, my lord.
Poor old man.
You fancy that ball, eh, Sir Charles?
Dead? I thought you were dead.
Oh, he had a bit of colic last week, but it takes a deal more than that to kill me.
But if you're not dead, who are they tolling the bell for?
Perhaps I can help, Sir Charles.
You?
Yes, sir. The Abbot of Whitby sends his kind regards to you, my lord. He says it's a most Christian act you're doing in giving up all further claim to Harriet tax forever.
But I... Where is my bailiff? You'll find a way around this. You must find a way around it. That confounded bell. Who is it for?
Well, sir, I'm afraid it's for your bailiff. He met with a nasty accident on the road.
riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men, feared by the bad, loved by the good.